Hey everyone, this is Josh with Josh Wright Piano TV. Lately I've been discovering a couple of new things that I wanted to share with you in a few lessons that I've been teaching. Always going back to basics on with piano technique helps me to think about new ways as students approach me with different problems on how to solve things. And recently I got this little thing. It's called a gimbal. For any of you not into videography, basically what a gimbal is, and I can link this below if you want to check it out more, like I'll provide a link. This is a Zhiyun smooth Q gimbal. I think it's about $100 on Amazon. Anyway, I like to make little videos, so you can check out my Iceland video that I made. I'll also link that in the video below. I made that last year. We're going on another little trip here in a few months, and I wanted to kind of get used to using this. What this does, a gimbal helps you to have very smooth shots, and you're probably thinking, what the heck does this have to do with piano? But I promise I'll get to it with this Chopin Etude Opus 10 No. 1. Basically, and sorry I don't have my phone hooked up in here, but basically your phone sits here, and then this gimbal will keep it level. And I want you to notice this gimbal moves this way, it moves this way, and it moves that way. Okay, so it has many different ways that it moves. It can move around, it can move up and down, and it can move circular like this as well. So the reason I wanted to show you guys that is because it helps tremendously when it comes to arpeggios. It can also help with scales a lot, but I wanted to show you. I was teaching one of my most talented students the other day named Carl, really amazing student, just got a full scholarship up to the university. He's going to continue studies with me up there, which I'm super excited about. And anyway, he recently broke his wrist, unfortunately. Quick healing time, three or four more weeks and the cast is off, but he said, is there any good right-handed repertoire? And I was like, I don't know. I emailed a friend and he referred me to a guy who is really good with right-handed repertoire, and he's like, there's not a whole lot, but here's a few suggestions. I was like, you know, the cast's coming off in a few weeks. Let's just dive into some Chopin etudes that you haven't learned before. So we were thinking, also doing that one just well as hand heels, and he was playing for me, and this is what was happening. He was going, and this kid has played a lot of tough stuff. He's played quite a few Rachmaninoff First Concerto, Tchaikovsky Concerto. He's played the Liszt Nomenregen Etude, and he was playing like this. So he's got chops. I mean, he knows what he's doing. But here, he's kind of playing like that, and then I was saying, you know, I pulled that out and I was like, I want to show you this. I want you to notice that you are just rotating on one gimbal axis. All he was doing is he was just rotating. So if your phone's here, he was just rotating that way. He's just going circular. And I know this is kind of a weird video, weird analogy, but it should get you thinking. A lot of people just think that their wrist can only go in these semicircles. But if you start thinking this way and this way a little bit, and you don't need to do a lot of this, but a little bit of that, think of your wrist as a ball joint that can go in any direction, not just this. And what that did, I said, check this out. Instead of going here, your thumb's all the way out here in that position, and then you've got to bring it all the way back in. That's a big gap. What if instead you did a slight semicircle like this, but at the same time started leaning your wrist ever so slightly? Look what that does. That pulls your thumb into position, because you're not going to come out like that. Just think of staying close to the keys. You're coming around slightly with the wrist and then pulling that thumb in a little bit. And pretty soon, he was playing a lot more smoothly and with a lot less effort. Right. too much of that, or shifting. I see a lot of that among students. If you have that motion as well as this motion, and then slightly up as well, really helps tremendously. So just a little tip, a little fun analogy for you today, but I hope that does help. If you've found this video to be helpful, or any of my other videos, I'd love if you could subscribe to my channel. I'll put a subscribe button up here. You can check out all my video lessons on my website here, and then you can keep watching more videos over here. Have a great week. Good luck in your practice sessions.